Hey everyone, Shabby here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K16. Now, this is a match that New Japan Pro Wrestling teased just after the Wrestle Kingdom pay-per-view. Of course, it's not going to happen now, as Shinsuke Nakamura has been released from his contract early and had the Intercontinental Championship stripped. But they were building towards Nakamura versus Kenny Omega for that Intercontinental Championship, and I really want to see that match. I really did, and we're going to get the chance here on 2K16 to do so. Of course, if you don't know, then Kenny Omega and Bullet Club turned on AJ Styles the night after Wrestle Kingdom over in New Japan. This led to AJ Styles being beaten down by all of Bullet Club. And now AJ Styles has left the company, of course, rumoured to be joining WWE within the next week or so. As of this video being uploaded, he may have already made his debut at either the Royal Rumble or the Raw after the Rumble. After that attack, they built up to... I don't know why it does this. For some reason, you can see that in the top corner there. For some reason, no matter how many times I change it, this New Japan Pro Wrestling Arena always seems to be in New Jersey. I do not know why. I'll try and get that fixed again. And look at that entrance attire. It's pretty damn cool, isn't it? So yeah, like I was talking about, they Bullet Club attacked AJ Styles after the night of Wrestle Kingdom, and then Kenny Omega made a promo against AJ Styles, of course, saying that they're all sick of living in his shadow, and then also he made a promo against Shinsuke Nakamura, saying he was coming for the New Japan or the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, and that was something that I really wanted to see. They're going to push Kenny Omega up to the top end of the New Japan roster, putting him against some of the top stars. But unfortunately, of course, like we said, Nakamura has been granted an early release. I think it's about 3 weeks early from his contract. Interesting, because we know that he's rumoured to be joining WWE. We believe he may have already done his medical checks and all that sort of stuff. So it could be pretty close to just putting pen to paper now. So yeah, we're going to recreate that match, that potential match that never happened here. And the match might still happen, because I would imagine that WWE must be interested in this guy, Kenny Omega. He's been absolutely fantastic over the last 2 years. Since he joined New Japan, he's been incredible. And he's really improved his own stock as well. And it wouldn't surprise me if he is on their radar. Of course, he's Canadian, I believe. He's Canadian, so he can speak, obviously, the English language, which is going to be a big help for him. That's the one thing I'm worried about Nakamura. He's a fantastic wrestler. And true wrestling fans like myself and obviously you guys out there will be really excited to see him, but a lot of the casual wrestling fans might struggle because they're not going to get any verbal sort of promos done by Nakamura because of his grasp of the English language. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad at all. It's something he'll definitely be working on, but that might be the only worry. It's a little bit like Hideo Itami. I think he may struggle a little bit, and a little bit like Neville as well, if you look at it that way, with his strong Geordie accent. So here comes the match now. Nakamura versus Kenny Omega, the potential IWGP Intercontinental Championship match that never happened. Let's see who would have won, eh? So of course Nakamura heavily linked with joining WWE. Nothing official yet, but I think it's almost certain it's going to happen. Great dropkick there by Kenny Omega. Yeah, it's almost certain for me that it's going to happen, this signing of Nakamura. AJ Styles is rumoured to be in the... is it Pittsburgh? In Pittsburgh for the Rumble. Whether he's going to actually be in the Rumble or not, I know he's scheduled to be backstage by all accounts, and he's scheduled to be backstage at Raw as well. I would imagine he'd make his debut at one of those two nights. Whether it be at the Rumble, whether it be actually in the Rumble match itself, or whether it be at the Raw afterwards. It's going to be interesting. If it's at the Rumble or the Raw afterwards, they've got enough time to build up an AJ Styles match at WrestleMania. And I honestly think that AJ Styles will be the first person to headline. I don't know, he wouldn't probably headline WrestleMania, but he'd be the first person to probably be on the Wrestle Kingdom and WrestleMania pay-per-views in the same year. That's pretty impressive. Sit-out spinebuster there by Kenny Omega. Of course, like I said, he's been involved in the junior heavyweight division over the last 12 months since joining Bullet Club and joining New Japan Pro Wrestling. He actually won the junior heavyweight championship on his first night, his first match, I believe, which was the last Wrestle Kingdom, if I remember correctly. And ever since then, he's been an absolutely fantastic member of Bullet Club. So charismatic and fantastic in the ring as well. Lost the Junior Heavyweight Championship at the Wrestle Kingdom just gone. Lost it to Kushida. Which sort of made sense because with knowing that Nakamura and AJ Styles was leaving, they want to push Omega up to the top end of the roster. And we're going to have some more random matches over the next few days. We're going to see how Omega gets on against Okada. We're going to see how Omega gets on against Tanahashi as well. So that's going to be an interesting little experiment to see how he does get on. And of course, we'll do a few more random matches, seeing how Nakamura, AJ Styles, Gallows and Anderson are going to get on in the WWE as well. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions for any random matches, doesn't need to be any involving those guys, let me know in the comment section below. I will get them recorded for you and uploaded. I do have a pretty big list on the go at the moment though, so it might take a couple of weeks or so to get your video done. I have downloaded a lot of new wrestlers over the last few days because of course my new universe mode which is coming up. We've got a lot of Shikara wrestlers now. We've got a lot of Evolve wrestlers, a lot more PWG wrestlers as well. So if you have any suggestions for any matches involving any of them, then please let me know again. 2 count there by Nakamura over Kenny Omega. Now just dragging back that arm and a few elbows to the gut, and they're talking about... There goes my wake-up alarm, isn't it? Who sets their alarm to be woken up at 12:10? I ask. That's not supposed to be on there. My phone broke. I set my alarm to wake me up at 12:20. How bad is that? I didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning, granted, but still. Right, back away from me into the match. Kenny Omega locking Shinsuke Nakamura into the Tree of Woe, now pushing his foot into the face of Nakamura. Now, granted, if this match did take place in real life, Kenny Omega would probably have the likes of the Young Bucks or Tama Tonga or Bad Luck Fale at ringside, but I didn't want to take away from the match. I wanted to let the match run exactly how it should do. So, yeah, I've left those guys backstage for this one, and I'll do the same thing when Omega faces off against Tanahashi and Omega faces off against Okada as well. Now, Omega goes up to the top. What's he got planned here? It's a 450 splash on Shinsuke Nakamura. Is that going to be enough to... No, it's not, because Omega brings Nakamura straight back up to his feet. Looking for maybe that Fisherman's Buster, hooks the leg. And I think that was it. In for the pin he goes. 1, 2. It's only a 2 count. So that Fisherman's Buster is very interesting because he grabs the opposite leg. Normally with a Fisherman's Suplex, you grab the leg on the side of your arm, but Kenny Omega grabs the other leg on the opposite side. That's very, very painful, that one, because it stretches your abdominal muscles out, and when they hit the mat, it really, when you get hit with a tense muscle, it hurts a lot more than getting hit without a tense muscle, I think. So that's the main reason why he grabs the opposite leg. Nakamura now looking to try and get back into this one himself. Couple of big blows, and Nakamura dropping to the outside. What's he got planned here? Lining Kenny Omega up. Drop kick to the side of the face. And I must admit, that is one of my favourite moves on the game. I'm not a massive Roman Reigns fan. I never have been. I think he's decent. I think he's getting better and better as he goes on. As long as WWE stop pushing him so aggressively. But that is one of my favourite moves on the game, that drop kick. Nakamura now with that combination. Now rolling Omega over, brings him back up to his feet, but Omega playing possum catches Nakamura with the arm drag. I feel like I need to sneeze. No, it's not going to happen. Nakamura now spinning Kenny Omega around. Now just pushing the foot into the chest of Kenny Omega. Some big stomps into the chest. Nakamura rolling Omega over. He's going to go for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, it's close to being a 3 count, but not quite enough for Nakamura to keep Omega down. Omega now with a snapmare on Nakamura. Now just yanking back at the arms as well. Can Nakamura break free from this one? Oh, he is gradually getting back up to his feet. Big elbow to the stomach of Kenny Omega. And now looking for that cross armbar. Great submission hold. It's going to be enough to make Kenny Omega tap out. I don't think there's been a lot of damage done to the arm so far. And Omega does manage to break free. Now, Omega does have one of my favourite finishing manoeuvres. Well, actually, no, probably my favourite finishing manoeuvre ever at the moment, which is that electric chair German suplex. The combination of an electric chair and a deadlift German. It's a fantastic move, and hopefully we'll get to see him use it in this match. Nakamura, great German suplex there over Kenny Omega. Omega tripping Nakamura, and of course, if you're enjoying this one, then be sure to check out some of the other random matches on this playlist over the last few days. We have done Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan, a potential dream match from the WWE. We've also done Kenny Omega taking on AJ Styles in that Bullet Club match, the match that never happened that probably should have done when Bullet Club turned on AJ Styles. And we're going to see a lot more of these two guys over the next few days as well, so be sure to keep an eye out for all of those. Kenny Omega gradually making the back up to his feet, as does Nakamura. Both these guys struggling a little bit, but Nakamura catches Omega, takes him up into a Falcon Arrow. Again, Nakamura bringing Kenny Omega back up to his feet, sending him into the turnbuckle face first. Nakamura spinning Omega round. Big boot to the gut. And I just pressing his foot into the chest of Omega. Omega comes dropping out face first now. Nakamura rolls him over, goes in for the pin. 1, 2. And there you go, the damage was enough, and Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Kenny Omega. So if our game is anything to go by, then New Japan would have had to have stripped Nakamura of the Intercontinental Championship anyway. But Kenny Omega definitely shown that he's good enough to play along with the big boys here in New Japan. Great match here against Nakamura. Be interesting to see how he gets on over the next couple of days. Well, it won't be the next couple of days, but the next few days against the likes of Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi as well. I shan't imagine he's going to go straight into that area, but I think he'll be very much fighting out for the Intercontinental Championship. But those two guys are potential opponents for him in the future. Who knows? So it'd be great to see him taking them on. Of course, we're going to see Nakamura take on some more of the WWE guys as well over the next few days, just to see how he's going to get on when he joins WWE. And of course, we've got some more AJ Styles matches, some more, some Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson matches. We've not done any of those so far. And there was the win by Nakamura. Obviously, the straw that broke the donkey's... No, it wasn't. A very similar move that finished it off then. Yeah, the straw that broke the donkey's back, of course. He'd done a lot of damage to Kenny Omega, and eventually it all just became too much for Omega, and Nakamura was able to pick up the 3 count. So another great match here being thrown out by WWE 2K16. I'm quite enjoying these random matches this week, and I hope you guys are as well. Of course, if you are new around here, you can subscribe, and you'll get a nice little buzz every time I do upload another video. Plus, if you check out the channel, there is a playlist of about 60 of these random matches, plus the playlists of all of our Series 1 of the Universe mode. Ended quite abruptly, I do apologise for that, but Series 2 will be starting very, very soon, if not already. I'm not quite sure when this video is going to be uploaded. We might have already uploaded our first episode of Series 2 of the Universe mode, a very indie-based version of the Universe mode, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. And of course, if you have enjoyed this video and you would have loved to see this match in real life, then be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out a lot, makes the video easier to find for other people, and hence grow the channel and we become bigger and better. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another random match.